Scorpio, first things first. Sorry about the lateness. Uh, Mercury retrograde. Absolutely phenomenal stuff going on with my computers at the moment. Absolutely madness, really. But there you go. I guess that's what energy is all about. If you've seen the energy update or the messages from energy, you'll know that this week here should be really sort of being progressing on, but taking things one thing at a time and trying to avoid that emotional roller coaster, which is the human matrix. I also done a message, also done a video on the life lessons and the tsunami of life lessons that we seem to be under at the moment. I'm going through them like everybody, and why now and stuff like that. We also done on the ascension process that seems to be, we went into the illusions, the myths, and the illusions, the myths, and the facts. And we're going to be talking all about that on Sunday on the live with the Q&A, and also a chance for everybody to give their experiences, because together we can understand a great deal, but we can only do that together. So it'd be lovely to see you there on Sunday night at 9 o'clock UK time. Okay, so in the meantime, let's just see what's going on with your flower, shall we? Just need to, there we go, so here we go. Let's just see what's going on. We will be going into the elements, which is earth, air, and water. Let's just see the general energy. It's very excitable energy you've got going on here. It's like it's very childlike in a nice way, but it's also like you've been a few rounds with Mike Tyson and you've taken a few hits, but you get back up and you're ready to rock and roll. And going, come on then. That's what it seems like. Yeah, I think you did take a, there is certain things that you may be able to easily look in the past and sort of say, that could have went better, But at the same time, it's liberating you, this disappointment. So then you don't have to really worry about it anymore. And I think this is where the liberation, the childlike energy comes through, where there's actually two cups that she's holding there. And that's where her future is. And the future is two cups, the unification between you and another person, or you and your higher self, of what you should be doing. And I think this is where maybe the general energy is trying to help you to streamline things that just didn't give you the returns. And that could be emotionally, on your relationship side as much as on your financial side. But it's a sort of like a spring clean if you're in the northern hemisphere, or an autumn stockage, if you like, of sorting things out before you put it away for stocking in the southern hemisphere. But it's a transformation, because that's what number fives are all about. It's a transformation moment. They're all in movement, fives. Okay, so there is a definite movement that's been happening with you over the last few weeks, actually. Let's just see what's going on the relationship side. There is a desire to get on and do. There is this part of the solar plexus which we went into on the messages from energy. It's where the solar plexus is really, it has different aspects as much as the heart has different aspects. So within the solar plexus, it's also it's nourishing. It's also making you feel warm. It's making you feel confident about yourself and about life. But it's also where we got our courage as well, and it's also where our children connect to us energetically as well. So there's multitudes of aspects of the solar plexus, and this is about releasing, and releasing it gives you that space to empower yourself. Okay, yeah, look at that, empower yourself. On your karmic path here, you get the King of Wands, saying goodbye to doubt. Saying goodbye to that, right, and saying hello to going down the path of discovery of passion in life. Absolutely brilliant. The synchronicities that are around you. There's something that spikes your fancy, picks your fancy, as it were. it seems like there's synchronicities that are making you kind of go, oh, you know what? Life is picking up a step. Yeah, look at that. The Ten of Pentacles. There's a lot of people involved in that. It's not just about abundance. It's also about sort of community, family, being at one with everybody, because that's what true abundance is. Abundance is not necessarily just finances, obviously. It's feeling at one with yourself. And I think this is where the energy that's coming into you, or the synchronicities, it's like you've got everything. Now you're in giving yourself the authority to empower yourself to manifest your goals of your heart's desires. And once you know the steps that you got to take, 1, 2, 3, 4, goal. Excellent. Yeah. Once you know that, you're going to realize that actually you've got a lot going on around you and a lot going for you. You know, what's happening in the past here? I think this is what created the Five of Cups. I got a funny feeling. It may be that you took on too much responsibility without saying anything. You just took it on, that weight of maybe any sort of relationships. It could even be to do with money and administration side of things, where you had to sort of like burden the weight of organization, and you're a bit disappointed that you didn't get the return. Yeah, and things are now starting to turn in your favor. There is no doubt about it. I think that disappointment thing is a liberation for you. I think in the past here, it is liberating you from the past, and you're getting that wheel of fortune where all of a sudden things are starting to flow in your direction. Scorpio, really are starting to flow in your direction in a very powerful way that makes you really empowered and makes you realize you've got so much going for you. And so now you have that knowledge. Don't do it again. Okay? How's the future self here? Wow, the future self, there's loads going on. There's not only a combination with another person, which is really, this is what, piques your fancy, as it were. But there's also, it brings stability into your life, makes you a little bit more sort of, everything a little bit more sort of vibrant and everything like that. Makes you feel the pulse of life, coursing through your body. Yeah, you get the Nine of Pentacles. Look at that with the Ten of Pentacles. What you're learning here is that abundance can actually be an abundance of connection with other people, joy, happiness, community, fair exchange, really beautiful energies can be perpetual. If you keep, every time you eat an apple, or if every time you ate something, you planted a seed to replace it. So you'd never be in need again, and then you'll only have to concentrate on your wants. Wow. Let's just see what's going on and how you should integrate this into your life at the moment. You need to make an initiative, I think, when connecting with someone. Look at that. Yes, you need to make the initiative. You have success in your hands in regards to relationships. And it's really starting, because it's empowering you, it's really starting to play in your favor, Scorpio, in the most beautiful of ways. In the most beautiful of ways. Absolutely fantastic. Oh, wow. Good week for you. Good week. Let's see what's going on the financial side. Here we go. We got your future here. Be careful not to take on too much. I know that you've got a lot to do, I think, at the moment. And it could be that you're applying for jobs or starting a business, or, you're trying to develop something here. And it needs investment. And that investment doesn't necessarily mean financial. It needs time. It needs energy. It needs, presence of you being there. There's a lot of that going on in the future, and it can be a little bit overwhelming sometime, and that may contribute a little bit to that disappointment side of things. But that's the future. But there is great potential in it. You're not going to get anything from not doing anything. You've got to invest in it. You've got to do the work in order to get it. And maybe this week here is pushing it a little bit into overdrive and kind of going, right, now I get my results, sort of things. Let's just see what's going on the karmic path and on the synchronicities in the world around you. I think the balance is that you know that this is possible. You know you can get this job. You know you can make this business work. You can make this project work. Whatever it is, you know it. You get the Nine of Swords. Yeah, I know. I wasn't expecting that either. You know, um, it's on your karmic path to understand that this is that's where it's tied into the disappointment. It seems like you it's a week where you're putting into a lot but not seeing the returns. But then maybe the returns are not that quick. So if I was to plant the tomato seed today, I wouldn't turn up the next day kind of going, where are those tomatoes? Why haven't I got tomatoes? And I think it's going to take time. It's going to take a bit of time because there's a lot of effort going into trying to create something amazing for you. And it does take time. And that's what I mean when I was talking about the messages from energy of one step after the other in order to get to your results. You get on the synchronicities of the world around you. You get the Knight of Wands. So yeah, I think the world is encouraging you to do more. And you get to the limit and you kind of think, I can't do more, and then I've got to do more. But I think this is a good thing. I think if you get down and do the work this week, which you're so incredibly capable of doing, Scorpio, getting down and doing that, getting into the rhythm of life, and you're not going to see the world, you're not going to see life go past. Really, it's going to be quite difficult. You're going to be so occupied by the looks of things this week. This coming week. Well, certainly it's going to produce, I think, over the next 2 weeks even. Let's just see what's going on from the past here. The past has been instigating this idea or this project or this job or whatever you wish to do, has taken, you've had to take a lot of initiative. And it's taken as well a lot of networking, connecting with other people in the way of contracts, applying for jobs, businesses, and what have you. There's been a lot of that sort of connecting. Yeah, there's been it's something in the past that you've started, and that the starting stage is really easy, isn't it? You know what I mean? We're really enthusiastic. It's great. Do this, do that, do this, do this, and then like 2 weeks later, you kind of go, oh my god, I've got too much. There's too many things going on. It's too hectic. Yeah. And I think there's a bit of a realization this week of kind of going, okay, maybe I need to work smarter rather than harder. And maybe that is what the disappointment's all about. That you didn't realize that when you were setting it up, because we don't at the beginning. It's only through experience that we do understand that. But when we do, all of a sudden, it can start working for us or for you rather than you having to work for it. Okay, in your future self, there's a lot of control. Yeah, playing smart rather than harder. 7 of Swords. No, I don't get lying, cheating, scheming at all here. But I think it's on your karmic path to stop repeating the same situation that is depleting you. And I think you need to really start working smarter rather than harder. And sometimes it's like sort of saying, okay, I could work 30 hours a week, and let's say I get like $1,000 a week or whatever it is. Yeah. I get, and then I could work 60 hours a week and get $1,500 a week. Okay. So I get $500 more, but then I've doubled the amount of time I've worked. So actually it's better that I work maybe only 35 hours a week and make sure everything's done. But at the same time, it's a question of playing smart, working smarter rather than harder. And I think this week here is this learning to do that, putting the process into action. Okay, how should you engage in this week here? being very open to possibilities. You get the Seven of Cups, following the evident path here. And I would allow your emotions to be very guiding on this. Make your intuition be influenced by your inner emotions. And therefore you can allow them to come to the surface, so you do not put yourself in a position where work or business or projects or whatever you're doing becomes detrimental to you. And I think this is where you're realizing that, and that's going to help you to realize that side, and you can cut a lot of the stuff out that is making you work loads for nothing, really. So there's a real degree of working smarter rather than harder this week. A real lesson that you're giving yourself in this. Absolutely beautiful. Well, it's work, isn't it? I've got to say, it is work. It's not going to happen just with your eyes shut, sleeping on a beach somewhere. I've tried that. Just sleeping on the beach. I tell you what, it does work actually sometimes. It does just sort of like, but then again, when you're 20, the expectations are not the same when you're 50 with 3 kids and a dog and a house and what have you. So the world changes. So I'm not sure just sleeping on the beach is actually going to help you this week. It's getting your nose to the grindstone. Let's have a look at what's going on with the energy. So we're looking at Earth, and we're looking at air and water. So Earth, you've got Earth on both on your karmic path and your connection to the synchronicities in the financial side. You've also got this Earth that runs between the death and rebirth and the Seven of Swords, and that's mutable Earth. So it's sort of playing with the physical situation. So like if you've got to do things for your projects and your business, rather than having to do the same thing 5 times, maybe you can do those 5 things in one action. So it's playing with that physical side of life, the earthy side of life, so you can work smarter rather than harder. So you've got that mutable here, you've got the fixed Earth there, but you do have this cardinal Earth that comes in as well from Capricorn, which goes between the Wheel of Fortune and the Nine of Pentacles. Obviously on your relationship side, there's a real big understanding that's happened here already, I think, within you. And I think that's what's, bringing this understanding within your financial world as well. Absolutely brilliant. So I think we're going to put a couple of cards on there, see what the energy comes through on that, because you do have air on both of those cards there, as both air and earth. And then you have the earth and the water that goes through there. So we're going to pull things on that and then see what's going on this air and earth combination that goes through there between the Knight of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so with the Nine of Swords, don't be scared of your success. Was that your title last week? Was it? Don't be so scared of your success. That's what I'm getting off this again. The energy is sort of saying, don't make complications for you. Don't make it harder than it needs to be. Okay? Really don't make it. Yeah, look at that. Working smarter rather than harder. You get the King of Pentacles there. Taurus energy, which is great for you because it's your opposite sign. It's all about, doing one thing after another and being very methodical about it, applying it. And I think you'll get rid of that Nine of Swords in no time. On the Knight of Wands, you get the Queen of Wands. Yeah, allowing that beautiful energy to flow through you, and concentrating on each thing that helps you to work smarter rather than harder, because it makes you feel happier and much more passionate about what you're doing, and it stimulates you an enormous amount. And you get the Knight of Pentacles, of planting. There's 2 knights on there, so you are going on a mission, and it's being provoked by the outside energies and the outside world. It's really sort of saying to you, come on, Scorpio, let's go, let's do it. And the Knight of Pentacles is planting those seeds, knowing that fruit is going to be available in the future. How does this earth energy play out between the two? 10 of Wands. Yeah, I do think there's work this week. Good work, but don't try and do too much. And this is where you're learning to play smart, work smarter rather than harder, of not taking on everything, all the woes and worries. Look at that. You're learning about a page. You're learning about the Knight of Wands. That's what a Page of Wands is learning to do, is to be the Knight of Wands. So playing with your passions, allowing your passions to flow through, will disseminate, get out of your way any disappointments and repetitive nightmares, because it's only an understanding, a concept. The moment you realize it, it's going to go so much easier for you. Let's see what the connection is between the King of Wands, because you've got that air and that water. I do want to see what's going on the Ten of Pentacles. Look at that. It's a mission of love. Okay? Get ready, Scorpio. You're going off on a mission of love. And I think you're offering it as well. You get the Seven of Wands. Now that's 3 sevens. Revelation 777. Are you winning the lottery in love? Is that what you're doing? Are you winning the lottery of love? Let's see what that's at. 10 of Pentacles. Wah! Look at that. Happiness, joy. You're going to realise, actually, I'll tell you what, stop working. Don't go to work anymore. Just enjoy your life. Blow it. Who cares? Who cares? I love it. How does that play into the 9 of Pentacles? 4 of Pentacles. Now let's get serious. Stop messing around. Okay? 4 of Pentacles. It's basically how you okay, there is this sort of like following and opening up and experiencing and trying to manifest your ultimate dreams and what have you. But here is looking for quality rather than quantity. This is a case here of sort of saying what you're giving out, what you're offering to the world around you. Don't just give it away free of charge. And you get the 5 of Swords. Yeah, I think you're walking away from your disappointment because you're not just giving it away free of charge, Scorpio. Wow. There you go, Mercury retrograde. It all messed up technologically this week. That's why it's late. I do apologise. But you seem to be getting a bumper one. They seem to be getting longer, all the videos. But anyway, there you go. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget about the live on Sunday night. That's 9 o'clock UK time. Questions and answers and experience given by all concerning sort of like the life lessons we're learning at the moment and the ascension, the idea of ascension, basically. Yeah, I will see you soon, either on the Messages from Energy or on Sunday night. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.